Guys, we
I
also
see.
Alright.
XN doesn't have the advantage of getting a full night's sleep before the tournament.
My friends, we are live.
guys. All right.
All right.
So I am going to get the link.
I will say this.
Yeah, I want to watch the stream as it goes.
The full results.
Even on a minute, I get to hear my own gross voice.
Let's go.
Same.
I can hear my own gross voice as well.
Guys,
I just need to figure out how to actually get it pulled up.
Apparently the full course results were revealed, or all the results, like all 100 results from the tournament have been revealed.
Okay.
Kawasawa did fail the rolling kill.
Surprise, surprise.
What about Boru?
You know what? That's expected.
Yep. We also had
Older Nissan?
Nissan failed Fishbone again.
Understandable.
Except
Every day.
Takahashi?
Oh wait, Hanma failed the rolling kill.
Bruh.
Motegi failed the Fishbone.
Who?
Yusuke Motegi, the president.
Okay.
So you got the link to the stream yet?
Yep, it's all pulled up.
I got it. It's on promotion.
It's in promotion.
Yeah.
Oh, can you put it in this chat too, so I can just easily access?
I put it in.
Yes. Someone else put it in there. Because I'm
All
showing
right.
my whole computer screen right now.
Okay, yay.
So, my friends, Sasuke 40 just happened, and holy fucking shit. I think I'm just gonna have to start running through results and open up discussion for them. So, kicking us off.
No, I missed the first few hours, so this is probably a lot of it's going to be a bit news to me because
Okay.
I woke up a bit late.
Well, that is I mean, hey, at least you'll be learning some stuff.
You
So,
already got Sasuke 40?
kicking us off most notably, Katsuhide Torisawa got entirely cut out of the broadcast for the first time in ages.
Everyone's surprise.
Yeah,
I think the last time that happened.
It's another Inui L, honestly.
I think the last time that happened was when he made the fishbone.
Yes.
I feel like he got far.
And then immediately after that, basically, Boru Nissan also got cut out of the broadcast.
I was looking for
So from the get-go, we were having some editing troubles.
Hey, shouldn't we introduce ourselves?
Oh yeah. So I'll pull up the call here. In the call, we have. Oh wait, no, it's the vault. Okay. In here we have Blank Aurora,
What's good? He's your neighborhood idiot.
Strawberry,
Yeah.
I am fat.
Shadow Knight,
Yay, it's me.
Uxinator,
Hello.
and XNNW.
Hello.
And we are live. I need to pull up the YouTube chat real quick so I can see what you all are saying.
Keep calling Boru Nissan Boulder Nissan. For
Older
some reason.
Nissan is great.
I like that.
But yeah, Boru Nissan got cut as well. It sucks that the two
The brand new Boru Nissan for sale for $40,000. Drive it on the road.
Yeah. So the results for those apparently have been someone recorded all the results, and apparently Torisawa failed the rolling kill again, and Boru Nissan failed the fishbone again. So
Damn.
those are we'll have to wait till the Paravi comes out to confirm that, but I think it's because if that that's a reason why I knew he might not show him is because they failed the same obstacle.
So yeah, then we had Saikawa.
Saikawa.
Cleared with boatloads of time. Like, he was a speed
Oh, yeah.
man.
I mean, who did not expect Saikawa not to clear?
I mean, we forgot to mention Mai Higashimura was 3904.
Oh yeah, Higashimura actually did pretty good.
Yes, she failed the
Yep.
Dragon Glider.
Totally
The
blanked on
minute-
that.
Yeah.
Okay. Hanma got cut as well because, of course, he did.
He failed the rolling kill again. So
Nice. Of course it did. The 14-year-old Yuta Nakashima made it all the way to the walls.
What's that?
Oh, Torisawa filter.
that was insane.
That was wild. The only reason he didn't clear was because he wasn't given a lighter tackle. He's team, for Christ's sake.
Yeah, the 14-year-old put up a great performance. Almost got the youngest clear record by miles.
Yep.
Yeah. I still think he can. I still think he can next year.
If he competes next year, he could do it.
Yeah.
Nagano's son competed, failed the rolling hill. That's sad.
No one saw that
was a
coming.
shocker.
No one
That
saw
was
that coming.
shocking.
First
Yeah.
of many shock fails this tournament.
Yes.
Up
Tournament was a
next.
fever dream.
Oh yeah, Acrobat Demon Field Silk Slider.
Again.
Again.
I think the only reason why it wasn't cut is because they're that
Oh yeah, the TBS announcer made it to the warped wall.
Yeah. Didn't he fail the rolling hill last tournament?
That was a different announcer.
Oh, rip.
Yeah, there were
Hmm.
some of the announcers failed the rolling hill, and then this one made it to the warped wall. Issa cleared. Everyone saw that. Karen made it all the way to the fishbone, which was
Of course.
hell yeah.
Yeah,
That's of course because of the digest.
I saw him fish. I was like, "What the fuck is this fever dream?" This is the moment where I was like, "This whole tournament is gonna be a fever dream, isn't it?"
This whole tournament
This tournament feels unreal.
I really
this
wish
whole
they
tournament
showed
was just smoking weed
Rolling
the
Hill clip.
entire time.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, SEMA got all cut.
If you know who Perthu P is, this is what this tournament was.
yes.
Shaneco, I don't know what I watched either.
I got upset number 31.
Okay, number 31. Go ahead.
Shinya Iwasaki, the record holder for monkey bars. He's been trying to get Sasuke for 15 years now. And you know,
Wow.
remember the audition push-ups?
Oh yeah.
He did 100 push-up while adding 20 kilogram fast weight.
That's insane. He ended up failing the fishbone though, unfortunately.
Pain. He was my dark horse pick.
The trials people got digested,
Yes.
which was Nishimura failed the rolling hill, which was hilarious.
Yeah. I'm sad about that because I predicted him to make it to stage 3. And obviously that hugely backfired. Albeit it looked like he completely slipped and just
Yeah.
fumbled. And because he cleared that obstacle in the trials, so
But the other trials guy did make it all the way to the double warped wall, which was solid.
yeah, and he almost cleared. He was a few seconds out. So I think the time limit was there were 24 clears. I think that time limit it could have been more strict, but at the same time, I feel like was honestly lenient. But perfect, I guess would be. It was good for this stage, I would say.
Strawberry, your mic is
Someone's
freaking
echoing
out.
bad.
Strawberry, your mic is freaking out. There you go.
Yeah, that's better. Alright.
The other trials,
Yep.
yeah.
Which mic? Hold on.
Okay. Yusuke Goto got all cut. Sad. I love Goto.
I didn't notice Goto
Another L.
was cut until
Just
someone
another
said, I was like, "What the
Yanui
fuck?"
L.
Yeah, Shackman must have had a fun time tonight between Goto and we'll talk about that.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah, no, and the thing is, Goto, his run was revealed in the trailer. He failed the Dragon Glider.
Yep.
But the way he did it was very weird. So basically, what happened is it looked like he sort of whipped the bar to the Dragon Glider, and then he twisted around. He just spun out,
Weird.
or something like that.
Matsuda failed the fishbone and apparently is retiring.
Yep.
Yeah.
Ah,
Oh, that's
Yep.
sad. Only
That's
47.
The retirement came out of nowhere for me. I was
Yeah.
like, when the hell did this happen?
An unfortunate end to Matsuda, but he had a good run.
I mean, yeah, it sort of came out of nowhere, but at the same time, it didn't because he is almost 50. So I mean,
also see that Kano failed the double the
Double
near
warp
ends.
We'll
wall.
get there. We'll get there.
Yeah, double
Oh.
wall.
but, I do want to bring up one other thing. Something I do want to mention is I really hope that even though he's like done competing, that he still maintains and like does stuff to the course for
Yeah, I
other
hope
competitors.
I hope he keeps his training course up
Yeah.
Yeah,
because it's a
'Cause
valuable
it's
resource to a lot. Of
very,
people.
very, very good.
Yeah, and like you could see, and honestly, I think his retirement affected the two competitors who ran after them, because those two also had shocking fails. Being Hideki Ejima and Rene Sugeta. Hideki Ejima just fell off the Dragon Glider, but then Rene Sugeta, he was, I think, the first of 3 competitors where the Dragon Glider's second bomb was dislodged and it derailed. He tried to reel it back. He hung on for dear life. He tried to save it, to no avail.
Did he get it back up onto the rail as well?
He got
Yes.
back up on the rail, but at that point all the momentum was gone. And he was
Yeah.
just
Yep.
screwed.
Yeah, so like, yeah, it sucked because like, yes, it was error on his part, but at the same time, you know, he like, it sucks when you fail because freaking bar just derailed.
Yeah, up next after that is Shunsuke getting digested but clearing finally.
Nobody expected that.
No one
I-
All
expected
of us
that.
had no
Congratulations.
faith in-
Congratulations for them.
All of us had no hope, and he
I'm
cleared.
pretty sure I squealed like a little girl, and I'm really gonna hate hearing that back.
And
I'm gonna
also-
hate it.
And also unexpected, Hitoshi Kano beating the Dragon Glider finally, only to fail the warped wall.
I expected him to beat it, but I did not expect him to time on the warp wall.
Oh yeah, y'all should have seen the live chat on Twitch. Everyone was freaking out. They showed Sunsuke the digest music, and then they cut to the Dragon Glider. Everyone was panicking.
Yeah, here's the thing. Like, I think the stage 1 editing and the stage 2 editing, I think stage 1 editing was actually really good.
Alright, Koji Hashimoto failed the fishbone, Ikutani failed the
Yes.
silk slider. Both were
Yeah,
digested.
stage 1 for the most part was actually kind of decent. They cut some people, which wasn't good at all, but for the most
Yeah.
part, it was actually
I will
pretty
say
decent.
I found a lot of the editing choices weird. Like they cut people like Torisawa and Boronisan. They digested Nagasaki, Kano, Ikutani, but then they showed the full runs of people like Kasuga, and they only mid cut Fuwa-chan.
Yeah, that was pretty
Oh yeah,
ridiculous.
Kasuga's run was amazing.
And Hashimoto, I'm pretty upset that they digested Hashimoto because it just returned to
It does
Sasuke.
suck that they brought him back just to digest him again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There were a lot of cuts or digests where I thought, look how they massacred my boy.
Okay, the Black Tigers. Had a
Torsawa
great
did not
tournament in
deserve to
first
be
stage.
cut.
He did not.
Yeah, the Black Tigers had a great tournament for the first stage.
Yeah,
They did amazing.
Takasuka.
We'll get there when you get there.
I just
Takasuka-
realized that Sasukepedia is wrong. Kaito Kiyomiya was digested, not all cut.
Yeah,
That's
and you,
Sasukepedia for you.
and another thing is that Takasuka and Edelman are the only rookies he cleared.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Um,
Yoki cleared. Everyone saw that.
Yep.
Hiromori failed
The Family
early,
Guy.
Everyone saw that. He caught
Wait,
Kiyomiya
wait.
to the Dragon Glider.
Wait, I haven't got to say this yet. The lucky bastard who got Bunpei to Spaghetti's wedding. Done. Hikakin, what the fuck? You did better than Iketani, you did better than Koji Hashimoto.
he did
Wow.
Hachi.
Did better
That's
than,
that's
Nobody
That is-
saw.
he did better than
coming.
Ryo Mitachi. We'll get there. We'll get there. We'll get there.
We'll get there, don't worry.
Golden Bomber Vocalist failed Rolling Hill. Pink Hair Guy made it to
Oh.
Dragon Glider. Oh yeah, this was a fun thing. Akiyama personally gifted his crabs to Seiya. That
Yep.
was fun.
Yeah.
That was,
It was awesome. It's like the passing of the
yeah, that was very awesome.
The passing
and
of the crabs.
then Sayers fail. My comment on Sayers fail was it's basically just Looney Tunes logic. You only fall when you look down. It's exactly what it
got stuck there.
Wile E. Coyote over there.
Exactly.
Kajihara was a speed demon.
Fucking hell, like Jun Sato who?
I'm convinced Kajihara is the new Kazuma Asa of the show.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
I just hope he doesn't suffer the same fate as Asa.
I don't
That would be
either.
sad.
I love
Yeah,
Kajihara.
that would honestly be sad. That'd be sad.
Exile Tribe did send a couple people, but they got cut, it seems like. Maybe that's a different group. I don't know. ABCZ cleared.
Yes, that was. I did not.
And then 6 digest.
And then
Weird.
six clear digests in a row.
Okay, hold on. Not gonna lie, I wouldn't even stand a chance.
Yeah, look at
watching
how much
6
they
people clear in a run.
disrespected Tada. They
Imagine 6
digested
people
his
clear in a
clear.
run.
Disrespected Sato, Tada, Araki, Keizo.
Order in the court.
They didn't need to digest it. Just because we know someone's probably going to clear doesn't mean it needs to get digested. We still want to see them run.
I knew he did
Still wanna see them run.
the whole tournament.
Among the
Unless they're
digest,
like, completely boring. No.
among the members of the digest crew were Jun Sato, Tatsuya Tada, Naoki Araki, Keitaro Yamamoto, Tomohiro Muto, and Yusuke Suzuki. All of them made the third stage. All of them were digested in the first 2 stages.
The
I'm not gonna lie,
disrespect is just on. Wow.
Really, I couldn't imagine watching 6 uncut clear runs in a row.
I mean, yeah,
I wouldn't
but
stand that.
I think even just showing Sato and Tada would have sufficed.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I mean, I would have loved to see Keitaro as well, but
Yeah, at
that's
least-
about it.
At least show Sato and Tada. Those are like, come on, that's just.
They did Tada. And they did Sato dirty because of his return.
They could have cut them
Yeah, they
all.
did Sato They did Sato dirty. They did a lot of people dirty in this tournament.
Yan Utaka failed Fishbone. And then we have
No one saw that coming. No one saw Kyan failing Fishbone coming.
And then we
Yeah,
had the absolute women's revolution.
Oh, I know,
I
right?
just go.
Ayano Oshima clears. Stephanie
Finally.
Edelman clears. Jesse Graff clears.
I really didn't
Yeah.
like how Steffi Edelman was digested.
What was interesting was both Stephanie and Jesse Graff were digested. It was especially interesting because Jesse Graff has been shown in full every tournament up to now.
Yeah.
Anyway, you got a problem?
That time left is impressive.
Yeah, the time left for Jessie,
Right, yeah.
she almost would have cleared with the men's time limit. Like literally
Yeah,
0.2 away.
Yeah, that time left is just impressive. Like, holy shit.
I'm happy Ito got fully shown.
Itoi, the Japanese baseball player, made it to the Dragon Glider but peeled. It was kind of expected.
Oh, bro, did you saw his landing at the silk slider? Bro didn't even release.
Yeah.
He just landed while still holding the
You
silk slider.
stood there menacingly. The rugby player cleared. That was fun.
Bro, this warp wall attempt at the end.
He
That
was
was screaming.
racing to the finish and got there with 0.6 left.
That was
What a
cool.
clear.
He slipped at the final wall.
Snowman ended up doing the same thing as Sugeta and just derailed the bar and had no chance.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Which was
no
surprising for
one
me.
saw that coming. No one saw Snowman derail coming.
Yeah.
Everyone was shocked.
Yep.
Oliver Edelman got digested. Sad. but
At least he cleared. At least he cleared.
Disrespectful.
And then we have possibly, despite everything that happened, possibly the moment of the tournament.
It was the
was
moment of the tournament. I will
Bro,
die
his editing run. The editing of his run.
Kane Kasugi. First of all, the intro of this run, where they're cutting between the first stage boom shot and his final stage attempt in
Perfect. It was perfect.
perfection. The actual run itself made Kane Kasugi take the record of the oldest first stage clear in Sasuke history.
That was incredible.
Also, let's face it, he is probably like the original GOAT. With this run, he's the original GOAT.
possibly the first GOAT.
Yeah.
He is definitely one of the best Sasuke competitors of all time. He took a 20-year break and still beat the first stage.
And
Wait,
then
that's
that's
at least get
honestly
the number right.
that is monumentally insane, and almost
Yeah.
unbelievable.
Oh, it
Oh,
was
don't forget.
unbelievable. I was freaking the
And
fuck
yet-
out. My neighbors are gonna hate me.
And yet somehow it gets more crazy. Tomohiro
Also,
Kawaguchi.
don't forget,
Oh, go for it.
Ken Kusugi is returning again.
Oh, really?
Wait,
Wait,
hold
what?
on.
Yeah,
Hold on.
yeah,
He
I
said
heard
it on
that.
his Twitter.
Oh my god, he's coming back
He said it on
again.
his Twitter.
Let's go.
Oh,
Another run
now
for
we just
Ken
got to make sure
Kusugi.
he doesn't fail the first stage this time.
Okay. So Kawaguchi is somehow not as washed anymore. He cleared the first stage again.
Oh yeah,
Finally.
someone made a theory and it came true.
Oh, and then we got the choke master himself,
The
Ryo
ch-
Matachi.
The most
Yeah, Ryo
inconsistent
literally just
competitor
became
in
the current
Sasuke
day
history.
Shingo. Like, Ryo is the current day Shingo.
This is the ultimate throw a dart competitor, as in throw a dart at
Current
an
day
obstacle,
Shingo.
and they will
Even
fail it.
even actual Shingo isn't current day Shingo Matachi, because guess what? He ties Kasugi for oldest first stage clear.
If we're going specific, Shingo is older than Kane by 2 months.
Shingo is
Oh, yeah.
technically
Shingo's
the
the
oldest
actual
first stage.
oldest.
Shingo's the oldest clear.
That's insane.
incredible.
So, Ryo Matachi fails the rolling hill by dumbness.
Yes, it was a pain to watch.
Like, he even tried to save it. He tried to jump back onto the quad steps and missed.
And then
I said
Shingo...
in my actual reaction, like I said in my reaction when I watched it originally. What the actual fuck? What the actual fuck did he do?
Oh, yeah,
How did he
Ninja.
fail like that?
Someone made a theory about Kawaguchi and it came true.
Yep.
If Kawaguchi clears, we blame on the rampage.
Guys, I do also want to bring up something interesting. So apparently, with how King did overall, that was not even his worst term result.
Wow.
Yeah.
He's had a worse result apparently. So.
So Shingo Yamamoto went on to prove that no streak is too late to beat.
Yeah.
I
I was crying.
Same.
Finally
I knew
cleared
who was gonna
stage
do
one
it.
again.
I
Proving
mean-
he is also one of the goats of Sasuke.
Oh my god.
Proving why he's a Ninja Hall of Famer in the Ninja Masters Discord server.
The
Proving why he's
power
an
is
all-star.
7 hours
Proving
long.
why he's an all-star.
And I do want to bring something up as well.
Yeah.
With Shingo's, clear and Kane's clear, like there were hints like given in images and for Shingo in like a trailer that indicated that Shingo cleared. Like the hints are very, very subtle. But like there was like a clip where like Shingo's hair is like peeking up when at the second wall. And then for like Kane, he was shown before Tomohiro's run dry. Stephanie Alman was also shown before that run dry, but her run was also slowed by the fact that there was a image of her with a in the same area as Yoshiyuki Yamamoto where there was a mic right next to Yoshiyuki. So yeah.
Tatsumi Mata failed the fishbone. Which
And he
I was trying to go for Rio 37.
I genuinely predicted it before the run even started.
I did not.
He was going slow that run too. Like he just rushed, but he just started to rush right. What a garbage time to start rushing. The fishbone is the one obstacle you probably should take your time with. Maybe not so much because we're going to talk about that run in a minute. But don't rush fishbone. You're going to do what Yamada did.
Yeah.
Okay, Akiyama did about the best anyone could have ever expected out of him with how his eyes are coming up on age 50.
Yeah, I think the only reason why he missed the bar, yes, because he couldn't see, but he missed the bar because he wasn't confident enough on the trampoline. He didn't commit to it as much as he
did get
probably
a
could
very
have.
big jump on the trampoline and just pretty much full whiffed it. Like only one hand even touched the bar.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Honestly,
he
for
looked
his
at Johnny Craig.
condition and his age, that is literally the best he
Yeah,
possibly could have done.
given his condition and age, that was a very good attempt out of Akiyama.
That is the best he possibly could have done.
And then Nagano's run, where he made it all the way to the
my God.
second warped wall before
That
turning
was
in.
incredible.
I am
It
of
was
the
literally
very
32 all over again. It was 32 all
At
over again.
age 50,
I am of
he gets that
the
close.
strong opinion that if he did not take 5 years to complete Fishbone, he would have cleared stage 1.
It was
Oh,
the combo
absolutely.
of taking 5 years on Fishbone, taking 5 years just staring at the Dragon Glider. If both those hadn't happened, he clears.
Yeah.
Because like, he
Easily.
destroyed Tackle versus when he tried it in 32 and ate shit.
Yeah, and here's one other thing. For Nagano, you know, if he didn't just waste his time on Fishbone, he would have cleared. Like, that's the thing.
Yeah, for sure.
Like it sucked to see, you know. But taking his, like, he literally wasted like 10, 15 seconds on the Fishbone.
At the end of the day, this is about perfect good send-off as you could have for Nagano.
Yeah.
Honestly, while he does still have it, I hope he doesn't come back, just because this was so perfect. It felt so right.
Yeah.
Ninja.
Yeah, I kind of want him to come back though, but he did take a lot of
This
time.
was a good stopping point for him if he did though.
He spent way too much time on Fishbone.
Oh yeah, he spent way too much on Fishbone. I
Like,
agree. I think
20 to
that
30 seconds.
like honestly, he spent so much time on Fishbone that he could have still taken all the time that he did to complete the Dragon Glider and still probably would have cleared if he just didn't completely like
And he
waste
did
all of his time on Fishbone.
Glider.
And then Yuji clears, Yusuke clears. What an end to the
Unsurprisingly.
first
Didn't
stage.
they get digested?
What?
No.
No, neither of them got digested. Both of them got shown
Oh.
full.
Ninja.
Yeah.
Oh wait, no, they got digested in stage 2. That's why. I
Do you
know
remember-
that.
Okay. Do you
Someone got
remember?
digested at some point.
Oh my god. Okay, one of you speak. One of you.
Alright, I'll go first. Do you remember before the tournament they upload the pre-interviews of every competitors?
Yes,
Yeah.
I didn't end up watching
And-
any of them.
Caillou said him and Nagano wants to compete again. Both together.
Oh shit.
Oh,
I mean,
Nagano could theoretically clear.
Caillou could do
Next
better,
time.
and Nagano could theoretically clear.
Terrifying.
yeah, no.
If
Kai-
Nagano clears at 51, that would be nuts.
That would
Yeah,
be
Caillou
seriously
is
high.
grounded.
I really hope he.
Kaio clears. If Kaio doesn't choke and he clears.
Caillou got
Oh,
grounded.
baby.
Caillou got grounded.
Yeah, that'd be nuts.
You gotta think about this. With how the tournament went, I am 100% expecting changes in stages 1 and 3. I'm not 2. I think is fine.
Now we move. Okay, before we move on, just general thoughts on the first stage as a whole.
I
A lot
thought
better than most.
Visual-wise, I love it.
They
Oh, wait, who's
should
going
have
first?
not digested the entire Morimoto Sedai, but other than that, it was pretty good.
I think that
I would honestly say this is one of the better Inui first stages.
yeah, it is.
That's
And
valid.
it is worlds better than 39. I think it's worlds better than 39.
Yeah, of course.
39 was disappointing because nothing fucking changed after a Kanzen.
Yeah.
That was the biggest crime of all.
Yeah.
And it was just boring.
And
I think that you know, for 40, I think that, you know, yeah, the stage was good for the tournament. I think for 41, there just need to be a few modifications. I think stage 1, like maybe a new, you know, so far actually did some damage this time.
I honestly don't think it is much to ask for Inui to think of just a simple new obstacle
yeah,
for
The last
stage 1.
time
It's
he
not.
the last time he came up with the new concept, I think, was the drum hopper, and that
no,
was
Fishbone,
like-
Fishbone.
30.
Fishbone?
Oh yeah, Fishbone
Yeah.
33.
Technically, Inui made it.
yeah,
Yeah.
everything else since has been some sort of copy of A&W.
Yeah, which
I
is
mean,
why-
at this point, I'd be perfectly
It's a
content
sad
with
day.
Inui taking something out of A&W just for a change.
It's a sad day when A&W is leading the charge in obstacle creativity.
Yeah.
They do get creative at NW now. But yeah. Let's move on to stage 2.
Stage
Can I
2.
say?
It started off with a bang.
Okay, so
when
we start this off with the news that the time limit has been dropped by 5 seconds on an already kind of somewhat tight second stage time limit.
Yeah.
I think that was a good decision. It made the results a lot more interesting.
So
Yeah,
kicking us
and-
off is Koji Saikawa. He got through a lot of the stage, but just tripped up on the reverse conveyor, and afterwards
He injured his shoulder.
there was a lot of speculation that he dislocated his shoulder. Unfortunate, but I mean, what are you gonna do?
Yeah, he would have probably cleared to do that. Like, his stage 2 look's been really sad. So, like, he looked really good, too. And
He was
then,
looking really well, but his arm just wasn't holding.
yeah.
Issa cleared, everyone saw that coming. And then we have Digest
Nagasaki.
Digest City.
City.
Digest City.
Digest City.
First up, we have a Shunsuke Nagasaki moment by Shunsuke Nagasaki on the spider
Yeah.
drop.
He did a 35 again.
One for the first
He
time.
really did.
It's just sad that 35 Shunsuke Nagasaki cannot do the spider drop.
I can't wait for Slow That EXE Part 2.
Yeah, and honestly, as much as, I don't think stage 2 needs really much change. I think that as it is, I think it's good. After
Well, I will say the name change from Spider Walk to Spider Run,
okay,
yeah.
that is such a bad idea.
I think
like,
it's mainly
what's the
because of
point?
Gucci trying to.
It's not honestly the worst idea, just because it's just a name change. It's not
Yeah,
that.
at the end
it's
of the
not
day,
that
I
jarring.
don't really care what it's called as long as it's the same obstacle. So,
Like, the change made no sense.
I will say, hey, at least it's not as stupid as what A&W named its obstacles.
okay.
True.
First of the Black Tigers cannot do the spider run. And then
Oh, yeah, he
Yoshiyuki
removed
clears.
his spider.
Hioki was an interesting one.
Oh, I was sad for him. I
Hioki
was
was,
sad.
Hioki was
him.
looking pretty good through the first little bit. He had a bit of a stumble on spider drop, but he managed to recover from it. And then on the backstream, he just cannot get it done.
I don't know what the hell happened there.
We don't know if he got injured or what, but he just really couldn't do it. And he timed up there.
Yeah.
He needed
Which
to
was
get out
sad.
of the tank as soon as possible.
Kajihara continued to be a speed demon and cleared with 25 seconds left despite the lower
Let's
time
go.
limit, which is actually insane. No one else cleared with over 11. Oh wait, besides you.
yeah, that.
Besides you.
That was absolutely insane.
It's crazy that the second fastest clear was Yusuke.
Tucker.
Yeah.
It's Yusuke. It's Yusuke. What do you expect?
We should talk about the MVP. I cannot believe Shingo, at his age,
Oh, we'll get
got
there,
all the
we'll get
way
there.
past the backstream into the reverse conveyor.
And he went really fast on the salmon ladder and the spider
It's a
walk.
former server. He
Alright.
used to be a server.
I think that, what really ended his run was the rolling log. I think that because he
Yeah,
got
that killed him.
Yeah. It took him, what, 2 tries to get onto the salmon ladder? 2 or 3 tries after the rolling
Yeah.
log?
Yeah,
Because he was just too dizzy.
Alright.
yeah.
Tsukada
Ducata
Didn't-
failed the backstream. He finally beat the salmon ladder. Good for him.
and then we had the longest
Digest City. Everyone hates these 6 competitors. June cleared, Tada cleared, Araki cleared, Keitaro cleared, Muto cleared, Suzuki cleared.
barely cleared.
Damn for the digest, but
Keitaro and
congratulations to all of
Suzuki
you.
had less than a second left. Surely that alone
As
would have
did Keitaro,
deserved.
shockingly. Keitaro was
not
less
being
than a second
digested.
away from not having what we ended up seeing.
Exactly.
Ayano was just too short to do the spider drop.
Yeah, it was
yeah.
it was Sasuke 2 all over again.
And then we have yet another Digest City. Stephanie times up. Jesse Graff times up.
Conveyor of all things.
I legitimately thought there was no possible way Jesse Graff would fail stage 2. I was
Not
wrong.
only did she fail,
I
she
ate
didn't
shit
even
on
make it
that
to the
one.
walls.
Yeah, I wonder what
didn't-
caused them.
That was
We will
surprising.
have to see on Paravi what happened there.
Yeah, I
This
wonder
is
if the
very interesting.
backstream or the spider walk did something. Maybe
Maybe,
the
maybe it was the
Something
spider
had
walk
to-
or
had
the
messed-
salmon.
messed
Maybe it was
him up.
salmon ladder.
Yeah.
Ujita, what the hell was that?
Ushita was digested, and all we saw was him hanging
That was
arms only on the log.
Not even moving. Like he somehow stopped moving.
With already 40 seconds gone, and just absolutely died.
Like, he really did absolutely eat shit. He really did.
Edelman also
What was
timed up.
that?
Sadly, none of the international players made stage 3, which a lot of people
Oliver
wanted to see.
Edelman was very close. He was very close. But I think that if the time limit was the Sasuke 49 time limit, he would have cleared. Like that's the thing about him and
Yeah.
Edelman. I think both of them would have cleared.
King Kasugi, despite his efforts, just isn't fast enough for the stage 2. Build the backstream.
He was eating ass on the.
He cleaned
He made very small mistakes during all of his run.
He was just
He messed
being a
up
bit
his
slow on
the
the
rolling
salmon.
log a little bit, going off from it. He was a little bit made a few mistakes on the salmon ladder Nobori, and he did really well on the Katari though. But then
He really did.
he was slipping up a little bit on the spider run or walk. I'm calling it the walk because that's what it fucking is.
Exactly.
Oh,
And yeah, by the time he got to the backstream, it was just too late.
Okay.
so I don't know. Hold up.
Kawaguchi cleared with 0.09.
That was
What
close.
the heck? That was
It
close.
should not have been
That was
digested. It
insane.
should not have been fucking digested. It should
Yeah.
not have been.
That was probably the most tense run. I want to see it in the Paravi because I want to see that uncut. That sounds awesome.
I think the problem
Yeah.
has been uploaded already.
We
Not uploaded to the vault yet, but
we
it's
have
been.
already talked about Shingo, Yuji,
Bingo!
Yuji and
Yuji.
Yusuke both digested, both
I
cleared.
was so happy when Yuji cleared so he can just
Yeah,
finally
same.
get back to stage 3.
Yeah.
Because I just want to see him get back to the final and get back to Pipe Slider and yeah.
Guys, according to Sasukepedia, the pipe slider was actually modified.
That would make sense because I think there
Yeah,
were
I was like,
stoppers at
there's
the end
no
of
way
it.
the pipe slide is different. Not different.
I feel like there
It-
were
it
pipe
felt
sliders.
different.
There were stoppers
the
at the end before, but
modification
there
here?
just weren't this time. It has
Yeah.
to have been different. Okay,
What's the modification though?
overall thoughts on the second stage?
Second stage, I think was
I just
I think there was some weird choices
Mania.
during it.
it was
If it weren't for the digests, it would have been almost better than the first stage.
Yeah, but it felt
Oh, no
rushed. It
wonder.
honestly felt rushed.
yes, it felt rushed, but at the same time, I think with that first stage, like with only 5 hours, they didn't really have that much time for stage 2 this time, especially with
Okay.
12 hours in stage 4.
Yeah.
Third stage. First of all, Cliffhanger Dimension is officially Cliff Dimension.
Fucking
Yeah.
That's fucking dumb.
It's a bad obstacle regardless, so I don't care.
The blame to Gucci.
Second of all, there was a slight unannounced change to stage 3 that we will quickly see the repercussions of. Yoshinori Issa still cannot do the swing edge.
At least he didn't disqualify himself this time.
True.
And then immediately after, Yoshiyuki Yamamoto, the fucking beast,
He
beats
destroyed
beats
it.
swing edge, beats Cliffhanger Dimension, beats Vertical Limit, and then beats Pipe Slider.
He did not struggle at all during that run.
He did not.
He showed very little signs of struggle. He was one
He
of he was
speed
like the
ran
only
stage
he was like
3.
besides Yusuke, he seemed to be the only one not to struggle with that bar very much. And he ends up clearing stage 3, becoming the first finalist since Yusuke's Kanzen.
And the first third stage clear of the Black Tigers as well, I should point out.
The first final stage appearance for anything related to Yamada since Sasuke 3.
Yeah, I don't think even Yamada saw that coming. I don't think he did.
I mean, he was literally crying in sheer awe and joy for him after that run.
Yeah.
And
It
now,
almost brought me to tears.
now we enter Digest and Midcut City. Kajihara.
Morimoto said I.
Kajihara, digested, fails Cliff Dimension. Jun Sato, digested, fails Cliff Dimension. both of those
Yeah.
could have been seen coming a mile away.
Yeah, might I mention there is not a single run until that wasn't digested in some way until Kawaguchi.
Yeah. Tatsuya gets cut to the Cliff Dimension. We don't get to see the first 3 obstacles. And then somehow, despite being mid-cut, he clears the 3rd stage.
Yeah, this just proves that Inui hates him, but he's too good to get rid of.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because like, what the hell did Tada do to Inui?
Every single run of Tada in this tournament in some way was truncated. He was digested 1st stage, digested 2nd stage, mid-cut 3rd stage, and was not given any intro on the final.
He was in the 1st stage. But I do want to bring up something. You know, of all the edits that, because like I think that honestly, I think that how he edited it, while it wasn't perfect, it wasn't bad. For the amount of content that this tournament had, which was a lot. I think that the one thing I would 100% criticize that I think that he should not have done is make cut Tada. Cut Tada's run, because that's what the hell was that?
Nayuki Araki, digested, failed the Cliffhanger Dimension. Keitaro Yamamoto, mid-cut to the Cliff Dimension, beats Vertical Limit basically without breaking a sweat. And then, oh no.
He Yamada 10'd. He Yamada 10'd.
No wonder.
The pipe slider just kept moving on him. He tried to jump
Ninja.
and was like 6 inches too short and fell.
I thought he was
Ninja.
getting it.
Yep.
We all thought he was getting it.
Apparently in Sasuke 40, they removed the pipe slider stopper at the end.
That makes sense.
So, I thought so.
That would be why everyone was having trouble with it.
Yeah, that's the modification.
I could have sworn it wasn't just me.
If it were not for that, we probably would have had 4 finalists. Oh well.
Yeah.
Tomohiro Muto, digested, failed the Sidewinder. Yusuke Suzuki, digested, absolutely dove into the water on the Sidewinder.
He did like 23 Okayama.
And then the final 3 runs, Tomohiro Kawaguchi proves he is still kind of washed. He could not make it to past Swing Edge. He was minus Issa, he was the only one to fail it.
Right, it's 11 p.m. I gotta get some sleep now.
Alright, we're almost done here.
Good night.
Take care.
I mean, he still made it to stage 3. Let's not throw him under the bus completely, but still.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
To be the only one to fail it, that's kind of weird.
Yuji put up a great fight, but at the end of the day, his grip just wasn't good enough.
He's 44 years old, and
At 44 years of age, he can't handle
That's
Swing
amazing.
Edge plus Cliffhanger Dimension plus Vertical Limit back to back to back. It's just too much.
honestly, I still think he has a chance.
Yeah, same here. Because I will add that this vertical limit compared to the one that UGB in 37, rough. And not to mention, Cliffhanger he cleared was actually the moving Cliffhanger. He didn't clear the moving Cliffhanger before. So
Yeah.
he did.
And the vertical limit that he cleared in 37 was also nerfed.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, because they wanted a live final in 37.
Yeah.
That was the time they did live finals.
And then, Yusuke Morimoto, to absolutely no one's surprise, does not struggle with stage 3 at all and beasts it.
Yeah. Like the pipe didn't even move at the end.
For the first
It
time
was
since,
still.
for the first time since Sasuke 24, we have more than 2 finalists. And we get to see the new final stage.
Which I think is good.
Yeah.
The speed climbing
new final stage goes hard. New final stage goes so hard.
The speed climbing ends up as a great addition. Starting us off is Yoshiyuki Yamamoto. He makes it to the rope.
And that's about it.
As the time runs out.
As the time runs out, he gets to the rope. Overall, a good performance for his first ever final stage attempt, and being the first person to ever try the speed climbing, not bad.
Tada did not do very well. That was one of the worst finals.
Tada puts up one of the worst final stage performances we've ever seen. Fails to salmon ladder.
It is 37-1, by the way.
That was not a good final stage performance at all.
It was better than 37.
That was awful. He was slow on the wall, on the speed climbing, and he just
kept choking the salmon ladder.
He could not for the life of him do that salmon ladder. He could not for the life of him do that salmon ladder. It did not matter. He could not do it.
And then finally,
I will give him this. He had a this is the first time he attempted this type of final stage. Obviously, he didn't he could prepare the speed climbing wall. Obviously, pretty sure it was very obvious that was what the first obstacle was. But still, it just goes to show that just this final stage, it was pretty good. And I do also want to mention this in terms of final stage attempts this year. Well, Tada's stage attempt was bad. It's definitely not the worst by a long shot. There was a really bad attempt in Ninja Warrior Germany this season. Really bad attempt, the worst attempt ever at final stage, in my opinion, and actually a lot of people's opinions.
And then finally, we get to Yusuke Morimoto. He does pretty well in the climbing. He doesn't make any
It could have been better, could have been a bit cleaner, but he did do very well.
He doesn't make any mistakes on salmon.
That was a perfect salmon ladder.
It was perfect.
He did seem to slow down a little bit towards the end.
And then on the
rope climb.
On the final rope, he just isn't fast enough by about a foot, I think.
Yeah, it was literally Nagano 23 all over again. It was Nagano 23 and Yusuke 36 in the same climb.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very close, but no cigar yet again for Yusuke.
Yeah, but if there's no rain on stage 1, or if Inui does not do anything about this, then Yusuke is gonna.
If Yusuke gets an attempt to add it at 39, he probably Kanzens this tournament, but unfortunately it just doesn't happen.
Yeah.
If there's no rain next year, Yusuke's Kanzening. There's no way he doesn't.
But overall,
that is if the course is the same.
Yeah,
it will be the same, but stages. I think the same modifications to stages 1 and 3. As much as I hate to say it, I don't think stages are more fun. Here's a hot take I'm gonna have right here, right now. Next year, I think we'll have 2 tournaments next year.
that is bold.
really.
But
Yeah,
now,
because I know Inui in 2020 wanted to have 2 tournaments, but COVID got in the way. And
That is true.
now that we've talked about the actual results themselves, everyone who's still here, give me your rating as of now, 1 to 10. Was this tournament? We'll start with.
Go ahead. So I feel like my rating's a bit hype biased right now because I was hyped for most of it. But I think the tournament is an 8 out of 10. Give me a few days to kind of give me a while to find a more unbiased, impartial thinking thought process, and then I'll probably think 7 out of 10. But at the moment, I think the tournament was a solid 8. It was absolutely one of the better Inui tournaments, and I would argue while it's not better than 36, it's better than 37.
I agree. It is one of the better Inui tournaments. It's actually one of the best for me personally, but I don't know. I'm not that fond of Inui tournaments. I think strictly the results of this tournament kind of make it. With Shingo doing amazing and Kane doing absolutely amazing as well. But personally, I would still personally give it like a 5 or a 6 out of 10. It's the editing choices were not great. They're complete disrespect to some of the competitors, especially like Tada.
Yeah. Like if it weren't for the really whack editing choices, I would say this is like a 9 or 10. But as it is, it's an 8. At least for me.
Oxinator.
For me, it's a 5 out of 10. It's going in my L column still.
I highly disagree with it being the L column. I definitely think it's in the W column. Yes, the editing was bad. I will admit that. The results were very good. And I don't think the results were the only thing that carried this tournament. You know, as much as we hated on the courses, except for really feel like stage 3, I think the courses they actually did do their damage. They did damage, you know. And you know, not just that. I also think that you know, with all that you know, I think that the results were really good. And you know, if it weren't for some of the editing choices, it would be an easy 10 out of 10. One of the best. Like I still think it's still in top 10. So, but I'm gonna give it an 8.5. I think the editing is what really has bogged this down. Like especially with like Tada.
Yeah, because remember my ranking also. I'm still ranking it because the course is still shit. Like
Yeah.
let's be fair here.
Yeah, the course was barely changed. Yes, there were modifications to the pipe slider and pipe slider and time limits actually. Time limits were-
So for me,
The final was nice.
Alright,
The final was
XN.
nice.
I would give it about a 7.5 out of 10 for now. The editing was really bad. It was one of the worst editings that he's given, but the results make up for a lot of it, and the obstacles were not great too because it's a renewal. And
Yeah, that's why I give it a 5 out of 10. Results should never be enough to save a tournament.
And as I've been saying again and again, I think that the 5 hour it should not be 5 hours. It should have been 6 hours. I think that with 6 hours we would have seen less. You know, I think we would have seen a full Tada stage 3 one.
Yeah, this is one of those rare cases where an Inui tournament actually felt too condensed rather than too spread out.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
you know,
That's fair.
I think that that's why the editing was bad because of the fact that there was just too much to show and he couldn't show it all, and that's why we saw some digests that were very questionable. You know, that's why Paravi exists and it's already out.
Yeah. This is why Paravi will save us.
Yes, and yeah, and so that's why I give an 8.5 out of 10 because honestly, if the tournament was like 6 hours, then I think it would have been a very, very, very good tournament. Yes, maybe we still would have seen, you know, Torisawa still getting cut, Borgison, but we would have seen more ones from like Stephanie No Finger, Jesse Graff, you know, Yusuke.
At the end of the day, personally, I would put this for sure in the top 3 Inui run tournaments.
Yes.
Up there with 36 and 37.
Yeah.
It's a good tournament, but not on the part of Inui. I think the main things that carry this are the roster and the actual results. While the course did have only minor changes, and while the editing is, you know, the usual Inui editing, I still think this is a pretty good tournament. I would give this a solid. I mean, hell, even the announcers were improved compared to, even though they're the same.
The announcers,
Even though they're the same announcers,
going.
they
were
felt
good.
better for this tournament. I would give this a solid
Announcers
8.
are getting really hype. I do have to admit.
I would give this a solid 8 out of 10 right now.
Yeah, like, you know, I feel as though, you know, the course, like, yeah, it's the same course. It was basically the same course as last tournament, but the course still did its damage, you know, and that's really all that matters, you know. It got rid of, like, it caused a lot of shock. There were a lot of shock results, and, you know, I think that, you know, this was a really good tournament, you know. Definitely. If only the editing was better. I guess that's our main qualm here is the editing.
Yeah.
Like
If
For new standards, this was
If Inui
alright.
had hired an editor for this tournament, it would probably be bumped up to a 9 out of 10.
Yeah.
exactly, like it would have probably been a 10 out of 10 if it. And actually, speaking of that, Pico, which is a site that does like TV rings and shit, they gave it a 10 out of 10 actually.
I personally don't agree with that. It's definitely not a perfect tournament.
Definitely not tournament.
There were a lot of great moments, but at the end of the day, there were definitely still the same Inui issues.
Yep.
But yeah, that is our gut reactions to Sasuke 40. I'm probably gonna go to bed.
Yeah, I should probably sleep as
I have
well.
work in the afternoon.
If I can fall asleep, I don't.
Yeah, I will say like a parting thought regarding Yoshi's final stage. He had such a bad salmon ladder technique. It wasn't a speed strat for salmon ladder.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He took way too much time there.
But yeah, with the,
He had a big salmon ladder to practice with. I'm gonna maybe I'm going now. Salmon ladder now that Yuki's gone to the final.
but yeah, with that out of the way, I've been Ninjas. These have been all the other people who were insane enough to stay up this late.
I actually didn't stay up late at all because I went to sleep before the tournament and I woke up.
More precisely, to be awake this late. And hopefully we'll see you all maybe in the summer for a
Yeah,
Sasuke
hopefully
tournament.
the summer.
I hope so.
I'm baking on the summer tournament. I think that might actually happen.